I love how these base men will boldly claim that representation doesn't matter and Hollywood just has some sort of sick communist woke agenda, and then turn around and really act like representation matters when a movie like Barbie makes them feel inferior. But look, guys, you don't get to have it both ways. Either representation matters, therefore Hollywood should not make white men look stupid to prop women up, or representation doesn't matter and you should stop complaining because it doesn't matter. I'm not telling you which one to believe. Just pick one and be consistent. Now, does Barbie make men look bad? I don't think so. I think it's a great movie. In fact, if you actually paid attention to Ken's arc, I actually resonated with it and I thought it was really, really great and kind of made me feel seen. So is the Barbie movie woke trash? It is woke, but it's not trash. I actually think it's quite good. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's woke as heck. I mean, let's be honest, they say the word patriarchy 10,000 freaking times in this movie. So yeah, it's definitely woke, but I think it's a rare anomaly that for me, most woke movies are freaking terrible and I hate them because I feel preached at, I feel demeaned, I feel talked down to, but the Barbie movie doesn't really do that. It doesn't, I did not feel condescended to, I did not feel talked down to by this movie. While the movie definitely is incredibly heavy-handed and has a very, very strong message that can definitely turn a lot of people off, I liked the whole thought experiment of it by flipping everything on its head and drawing all these different comparisons and contrasts. I think I am definitely primed to like this movie because that is the kind of story that I like. I love seeing stories that flip everything on its head and do some sort of weird thought experiment and do all the contrasts and comparing. I really enjoy that. The movie's not made for me, but given its structure and what it does, I'm definitely the kind of man that would enjoy it. And now, granted, a lot of people aren't going to like this movie, and that's fine. It is very heavy-handed with the messaging, and that's not for everybody. All I ask is that people be open and honest about going to see a movie. I am so sick and tired of people deciding to hate something before they ever see it. It's so childish and sad to see people just, you know what, this movie probably is like, oh, those people over there that I don't like, they like this movie, therefore I'm not going to like this movie. I'm going to go in and I'm definitely going to hate it. It's like, your brain contextualizes things according to what you want to see. And so if you want to hate Barbie, you're going to hate it because that's what your brain does. And so, it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you go into a movie expecting to hate it, chances of you hating it are kind of high. And I just feel like people are kind of wasting their time. So I always try to go into a movie being open to it being good and then just allowing the movie to set up the expectations with the beginning and just judge whether or not the movie actually follows through on it. I do not believe that the message of the movie makes it good or bad. So for example, I'm a Christian, I don't like The Passion of the Christ. I love the message of that movie, but I think the plot is slow, the pacing is bad, and I didn't like that all of it was slow motion and it was way too long. And so I love the message of the movie, but I think the movie itself was poorly executed, so I don't like that movie. And so just because I like or dislike, I agree with, just because I might disagree with certain parts of a movie's message doesn't mean that the movie is bad. I may enjoy it less, but that doesn't mean that it's objectively bad or poorly made. And so I think Barbie is a pretty well-made film. I thought it was shot well. I thought the sets designs were absolutely amazing. The acting was off the chain good. And you turned in some really good performances, especially Ryan Gosling. He absolutely stole the show. His song at the end of the movie, which is kind of the climax of the film, is really, really good. And I really enjoyed his arc. And his character made me feel seen as a man in a Barbie movie that was not made for me. And the ending of this movie actually has a message that I think all men need to hear. And for that, you can check out this video right here.